Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to look at how to create packages in Java. So packages, as you are aware, is a collection of classes or interfaces or any data types, user-defined data types. So here I have a class called A. Class A. It has got an integer data member and it has a constructor. It has a set method and a get method. And this class basically does nothing, okay, but just for demonstration purpose we have put it here. And to put it inside a package, we have to add the keyword, we have to add the statement here, package, and then the name of the package, test package. So I have created a package called test package. So this is our class A. Now suppose I want to create two more classes which I want to put inside the same package. So I will write another package. Here I can see I have B. I have another class which is B, and I can use this class B same way. I can use this. So in this class B, again you can see it's the same format as A. Only thing is that here the data member is a string and we have the same methods and the constructor. And you can see from this line we have kept it in the same package, test package. So this should be the first line in any of your code. Then I have our, let me show you this class. So this is your C, same package again, same format, but it is the data member is double and we have put it inside the package, test package. So now I have created three classes A, B and C, and these are all kept inside the package called test package. Now what I would like to do is I would like to create one more class and put this inside another sub package. Now you can see, look at the statement here, package, test package dot sub package. So inside this means that I have a package called test package. Inside that I have a sub package called sub package. So this is like a directory hierarchy. So inside that test package I have sub package, and inside sub package now I have the class D. So this is exactly same like class A, just for demonstration purpose. So I have A, B and C defined inside the test package. I have class D which is inside a package called sub package which is inside test package. That's quite a tongue twister. So now I would like to use these classes that I have created in a program, because that's the main idea of creating classes inside packages so that we can reuse them. So here I have a class called using packages. This is for testing. Okay. Now here you can see I have two statements, import. So import test package dot star. Now test package is the package we had created. It contains three classes A, B and C. So when I use dot star, it means import all the classes that are there inside test package. If I wanted a specific class only, I would have written the name of the class like this. So test package dot A. Then only class A would be imported. So I want all the classes, so I'll put a star here. Similarly, I'm also importing test package dot sub package dot star. So inside test package there is sub package. Inside sub package there are some classes. There is only one class D. So I'm importing that class. So these are the import statements. This is how they work. So what does import these packages will do is that it will allow you to use the classes that is there in the packages in your own programs. So you can refer to them as if they were declared in the same file. So you can see in main I have an object A of class A, B of class B, C of class C, D of class D. So the classes A, B, C and D, their definitions are not here inside this file, but because of these import statements, it is as if they are already present in my class, in this same file. So here we are calling some methods of A, B, C and D. So we are using the set methods and the set get methods. So this is a simple program. Now, when we have packages, there is a particular way in which you have to save these A, B, C and D classes, the files where you have all these classes. To be very specific, you have to save the .class file inside the packages, so that the JVM, when it tries to find out the definitions, when it tries to compile this program, then it is going to look for the definitions of class A, class B, C and D. So the JVM should be able to know where to find it, where to find these definitions. And for that, we have to keep the .class files for class A, B, C and D in the respective packages. So A, B and C, they belong to the package test package. So we have to create under the current folder, we have to create a subfolder called test package. And inside the test package, we have to keep the class files for A, B and C. Then, because of this level, okay, test package, inside test package you have sub package. So you have to make again a folder called sub package inside test package. And then the class file of class D should be kept inside this subfolder. Now it might seem to be a lot of work. Okay, if you do it manually, it's going to take time creating the folders and so on. But we can do it without creating any, going through all these automatically. Let's see how. So we come to the command prompt. Now, to compile the programs, now A, B, C, D, we have created the files, but we have not compiled it. So you can see that I have the classes A, B, C and D. There are 4 files for all 4 classes. But we have it, you don't see the .class files because we have not compiled it. So we are going to compile one by one. So we give Java C. Now we use an option -D. So -D is when we compile our packages. So it will create the directories on its own. Now we put a dot here. Dot refers to it refers to the current directory, the working directory. So we are here F colon Java program 2020. So it means that under this folder, that is the current folder, the directories for the packages will be made. So directories for test package and for sub package will be created inside the current folder. And then what we have is we have to give the name of the class that we are working. So we are compiling a.java. Okay, compiled. So you can see here, I do not have a folder called test package. I have a directory here called my package, my mat package. That's different, but I do not have a folder called my package. So if I see this again now, you can see a directory called test package has been created. I'm sorry, the name of the directory was test package. So the directory called test package is created. And if you see, go to test package, you'll see what is there inside it. It contains the class file a.class. Okay, so I'll go out. Okay, now I'll compile the remaining classes. That is A, I have compiled. I'll compile B. Done. Then C. Okay. So let us go back to see what is there inside test package now. So you can see under test package I have A, B and C .class files are saved. Now remember, inside this I don't have the subdirectory called subpackage yet, because I have not yet compiled the D class which is there inside the subpackage. So I will compile D now. D. Did I not save it? I think, yeah, D.java. Oh, okay. I am in the wrong directory. I have to come out from here. So D.java. Okay, compiled. Now let's see. CD. If I give dir, I'll see there test package is here. Then I'll go to test package. Give a dir again. So now you can see a directory called subpackage has been created. Let us go inside subpackage and see what is there. So there I have the D class, D.class file. I have it under subpackage. So under test package I have ABC.class files, and under subpackage I have D class file. Now let us test all of these in our program using packages. So let us compile. Let me compile. This Java C using packages.java. So remember, in using packages.java we had just imported the packages. Okay. So okay. Cannot access that source file. So as you can see here, there are some errors which are occurring. So what are these errors? You can see it says file does not contain class A. So it's finding in the current directory. You can see this is where the error starts. Okay, using packages Java error cannot access A. So cannot access this that source file .a./a.java. File does not contain class A. Okay. Similarly, the same error is appearing for all the others. Now you might be thinking that okay, we have already put our class file in the correct directories. Then why is this happening? So this is a common mistake which occurs. That's why I wanted to show it to you. So you can see that why this is happening is that because the class loader of the JVM, that is the default program which runs whenever you are trying to use classes. So when you are trying to use a class in your program or an object of a class, in that case the class loader will try to find out where is the destination of that particular class. Okay. Now by default it starts from the current directory. Now in our current directory you can see here I have the files a.java, b.java, c.java, d.java. So the class loader finds that a.java is there in this current directory, but a.class is not here. So it thinks that we have not created the class file here, because this is where it is going to start looking for. So from the current directory. So that's the default. So what happens is that it finds this abcd.java files, but it does not find that abcd.class files. So how to solve this problem? To solve this problem, we can copy these files abc.java files into the directory or into our folder. So that is for the package. So we can copy A, B and C to test package and D to sub package. So let's do this and see what happens. Okay, so now I have copied the files to the respective directories. So you will find that okay, A, B, C, D are no longer here in the current directory. If we see test package and see, okay, I've copied all the .java files here. Similarly, you can also check for sub package. So there also d.java, I've copied it here. So here we are back. Now let us try to compile our program and see. Java C using packages.java. So now you can see it is working perfectly. Okay, because now the class loader is checking the current directory and not finding the definitions here. Okay, and it is also not confused because it has seen the .java file. So it is looking into the specified directories and it has found the definitions in the respective directories. So if I run this program, that's what it is doing. It is printing A is 10, B is hello world, C is this and D is this. So A, B, C, D, the classes are defined in the respective directories. So this is how you can create packages.